this in ready video mode. We're putting this in recording audio mode. Yeah, we're good. All right, here we go, everybody. Thank you for joining us. The show starts in a matter of moments. Literally 3 seconds from now. In 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I feel well.
Well, I think you're feeling the Christmas spirit, Skeletor. It makes you feel good.
Remember this shit at Christmas!
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream.
Oh, hello! I didn't see you standing there. I'm Scott Fletcher. You might know me from shows such as this one. Wishing you a very Merry Festivus.
Hey everybody, welcome back to TMS. 'Twas the night before Christmas.
Christmas Eve.
Eve squared.
Eve.
Yeah, welcome. We're
Christmas Eve online.
That's right. Christmas Eve online, still kicking it after all these years. Space battles and good times. It's Scott Johnson, Brian Ibbett. It's the morning stream. It's the 23rd of December, and we're after today. Our broadcast week is done until Friday when we do our patron play date. Very excited about that. More details on that later in the show. But it's exciting to be here, Brian, on the eve of Christmas.
It is, yeah.
Are you excited? Are you feeling like stoked about what will be under your tree?
I don't care what's under the tree. I'm just happy that family's here. We're getting all together. I'm also glad that certain members of the family decided to stay in their their hometowns and not come out. And
yeah, I understand. I think I know which one you're referring to.
Grinch up the whole business.
Mm-hmm.
No, my dad and stepmom came to town yesterday. We met them downtown, took the train downtown with Tristan and Kay. And met them for a lovely dinner, had drinks at the at Union Station, the train and bus terminal here in Denver, and then went across the street to a place called Machete.
Ooh.
And had some tacos with chorizo and
wow,
con pescadores.
Yeah.
And
holy crap, this is amazing.
Chicharrones.
Yeah, this is good.
No, it was a fun night. We, went out and kind of did it up. And then they made their way back to the hotel. We walked back down 16th Street Mall, past that German Christmas market where I bought that nesting doll with the Russian with Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, the Putin Trump alternating nesting doll.
Exactly, yeah. Because Tristan, we walked by there and Tristan's like, "Oh my God, something smells so good over there. I don't care what it is, I want it." And so we walked over there, and first place we walked by is this German baker. They are just cleaning up for the night. Basically, they've got a display case that used to have all their bakery items in it, completely empty except for one, like, beautiful looking bear claw strudel thing, covered, completely dusted with powdered sugar top to bottom. And then that didn't excite Tristan, so we went over and he found a place that had like freshly roasted cinnamon pecans, and so we got a bag of warm cinnamon pecans. And I said, "Are you sure you don't want that delicious looking freaking bear claw thing back in that German bakery?"
Yeah.
Let me see if I can unfreeze it.
Yeah, I don't know how you're feeling.
He said, "You want that delicious German bear claw thing?"
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Dad, that was a washcloth." Sure enough, we walked back by it, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess just the way it was folded, like the way it was wadded up there, it actually looked like this delicious thing that I probably would have paid $5 for.
Oh my gosh,
and,
that's hilarious,
and it
dude.
Turned out to be just a white washcloth that they were using to clean the inside of that bakery case.
That's amazing. Yeah, how much for the bear claw there? That looks great. Sir, that's a wash
You want
rag.
bear claw? You can have bear claw for $6.
Don't look too close until you give me money first. Then you look close. Then you take a look.
That's right. I just couldn't.
That's hilarious.
So of course I got crap for that all the rest of the night.
That's funny. It made me wonder what you guys drank before.
Well, I did have a margarita, but that does not affect my eyesight.
Oh, okay. Good point.
It does affect my ability to make rational decisions, but
Of course. Well, it sounds like fun. That sounds like a good time.
yeah, that was great.
We had 2 parties this weekend. I had Kim's side of the family on Friday night, or no, sorry, Saturday night, and then when I say night, I mean like 4 p.m. till like 9. So it was pretty long.
Oh wow, okay,
Like a 5-hour party, and then my side of the family last night about the same amount of time, and it was a little family drama in both times. Not involving me directly on the second one, but the first one a little bit. Real dumb, real weird. I'm not going to get into it too much because people listen.
But family drama that involved you as kind of a mediator point of view.
No,
or
I was
as
directly.
dissenting-
Let's put the word targeted in there. I was directly targeted at the first party, in the most ridiculous, like stupid thing. It was so dumb, but at the end of it all, I'm just kind of rolling my eyes and moving on. The second night there was drama, but it didn't involve me directly. I heard about it third hand and went, "Oh, great. Okay, well, I'm glad I dodged that bullet." For some reason, I'm a magnet of this stuff, and I think the reason is I'm the only one that says anything. I think I've talked about this before. Everyone else is afraid to say anything, but I'm not.
Right.
So when someone
Scott has 0 Fs.
I really have no Fs to give, and if somebody says something that I just think is wrong, or I disagree with them, or I'm just calling something what it is, or being obvious about a thing that's happening, elephant in the room style. Like if there is literally an elephant in the room and no one's talking about it, I will come in and go, "What's with this elephant?" Like that's what I'll do. So it rubs people wrong.
Let's talk about this big elephant right here,
Yeah,
shall we?
this
Let's
huge
just,
elephant in this room. Let's talk about it because it's just going to sit here and be in our way. We may as well talk about this elephant. And people go, "Oh, I can't believe he's talking about the elephant." Like
exactly.
they don't want to talk about the elephant. So I'm all about the elephant. Let's get it out.
Well
Let's
done.
talk about it. So that usually gets me in trouble, but the second night wasn't so bad. But it was fine overall. Biggest problem with going to my mom's house for Christmas stuff is she doesn't know how to cook things that aren't 99.5% flour, bread, gravy, cream of something, cookie, sugar, this, that, and the other. Like that's all they seemed to have yesterday. So I was sitting in the corner eating carrots and freaking.
Oh, good for you.
I mean, I can't eat that stuff, so I was.
I know you're
screwed.
avoiding the sugar, but I didn't know. I mean, I know you're being responsible when it comes to like the other things, like the bread and the deep fried stuff and things like that.
Yeah, I can have a little bit here and there, but it's I can't like the whole meal can't be just like big fluffy rolls, and it's just bad.
Right.
So I felt like kind of a loner when we ate dinner, and I'm starving today because I haven't eaten since like 7, and I won't eat till 11 because that's my diet time, and it's gonna be rough. But look, I'm another 1.5 pounds down, so we're at 22 plus something pounds down since October. Pretty good.
That's very good.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I somehow managed. I think I talked about this on Friday. Somehow managed to lose another 1.8 over last week when we made freaking cookies in the house. Like,
jeez,
we made pizzelles and spritz cookies and
oh right,
sugar
I saw
cookies.
you made Mandalorian cookies.
I
Yeah.
did. I made gingerbread. Technically, they're Boba Fett's and baby and adult Yodas. But
Sorry, I had to play this while we let me.
I have spoken, Mando. But come on. I mean, right now you look at those and you say, oh, they're Mandalorians and they're baby Yodas. The big difference, there's more wrinkles on the adult Yoda cookie cutter
Sure.
than there is on the baby Yoda.
That's true.
There's no, as far as I know, no baby Yoda cookie cutters at Williams Sonoma.
No,
So-
not yet. There will be.
That's
but
right. That's
We're
right.
not there yet.
As of right now, no.
They looked really good from what I saw in the photo. So nice work.
They came out great, and we took them to a party yesterday where they were consumed in mass quantities. I will say this: they didn't look as good in the photograph as they did in person. They had a butter rum glaze, and then the cookie was just a bootstrap molasses and dark brown sugar.
Bootstrap molasses.
Bootstrap molasses, baby.
I love that sound. That's not a real name. That's just you.
Sure, that's like the blackest of the black molasses.
I have
man. It's
never heard of
bootstrap
that
molasses.
before. I love that term.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For me, it sounded like it was a thing you made up. Like, we just threw together something
Right.
that was molasses-like.
Bootstrap, right, like MacGyver molasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you
Yes.
should call it from now on. MacGyver molasses.
Yep,
I don't know.
bootstrap molasses.
Doesn't roll off the tongue the same. But, well, that's good. Well done on that. Did
Or
you see...
blackstrap molasses, I guess is what it's called.
Oh, blackstrap. All right. Well, then the
Blackstrap,
deal's
I guess.
off.
So I guess maybe I did get it. It's not bootstrap, blackstrap.
Did you get a chance to see a film other than Star Wars over the weekend?
I did. And because we don't have a Wednesday show that I would use this normally as a recommendal, I
Yeah.
will tell you it was it's one of the contenders. They're talking already getting early buzz for Oscars. Just popped up onto Netflix this last weekend, so we watched it immediately. It is called The Two Popes.
Oh, The Two
it
Popes.
is
Right.
The Two Popes. Anthony Hopkins and Jonathan Price.
I thought it was HBO.
as,
Why did I think that was HBO?
No, Netflix.
You know what I'm thinking of? Is that young Pope, and now it's called a something different Pope?
Oh, right.
So I thought it was HBO, but I guess okay. Well, that clears up a lot of confusion I was having on Twitter over the weekend. All right, that's fine.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's good, and it's funny. Jeannie says, "Sounds like a laugh riot." There are actually quite a few really funny moments, and basically, it's all about the. And I'm going to totally get their names wrong, so I got to look it up. About the when they had the
Catechism.
call it an election. but
Catechism?
the-
Not catechism.
Catechism. What do they call it when they get a new pope and they got the white smoke and the black smoke as they all vote on the new pope?
Yeah, one pope enters, or 5 popes enter, 1 leaves. I don't know what they call it.
Right, exactly.
Pope-ageddon.
Yeah, I guess it's the election of the pope. So basically, it's when Pope John Paul II passed away in 2005, and they get Cardinal Ratzinger, the German pope, who becomes Pope Benedict the 16th, and it's about his developing friendship with Cardinal Bergoglio, who is from Argentina.
Played by Anthony Hopkins.
The Ratzinger is Anthony Hopkins, and Jonathan Price is
Gotcha.
Bergoglio.
Oh, Jonathan Price from the Game of Thrones with the
Yes.
raggedy old guy that got blown up in the thing. All right, got it.
That's right. I mean, he's done a lot more than that. But
He's been around
that's
forever.
what
That
he's
guy.
most recently known for.
Yeah, he's great.
Anyway, it's excellent. It's really, really good, and it's surprising that there is as much comedy in there as there is. It's really, really good.
When I first read
I
it, I
actually
thought
enjoyed it more than
go
more
ahead.
than The Irishman.
Oh,
honestly.
really?
Yeah.
So I'm about 2/3 through The Irishman. That's the kind of movie you can't watch in one sitting because it's so damn big.
Yeah, I know.
I really like it so far. I didn't know. I don't understand why Joe Pesci disappeared for so long. He should have just kept going. That dude is great, dude. He is so good.
He is really good.
My
Yes.
gosh. Like, we all, he won that Oscar or whatever nomination for, what was it? For Hi, I'm Your Lawyer. No, what was the name?
Oh, My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Your Lawyer.
Hi, I'm your lawyer.
He was great in that, of course, but he's great in everything. But he's so freaking good, and you forget just how good, especially making movies with Scorsese, just how good and how menacing and how how versatile that dude can be. I just really miss his work. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe
It's good, but doesn't it? I mean, it does feel like it is par for the Scorsese course.
Oh yeah, this thing is like it's straight out of the book.
Scorsese formula.
Yeah, whatever book there is, this is a chapter in that book for sure.
He's very good at what he does, but that's what he does.
Yeah, this is, and it's also the pattern that he's followed recently, which is somebody narrates. We've been doing this since Goodfellas.
Right.
It's Casino. It's freaking even Wolf of Wall Street kind of had the vibe, the narrator vibe and all that. So yeah, it's definitely one of those, but I really like those, so I'm into it. But you're right. You're right to say that it's derivative of his own work. Sure, I think that's fair.
Yeah, and you can be good at something and do it and continue to do it and still be successful at it and still be really good at it. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I'm saying it's par for the Scorsese course.
Yeah, when De Niro shoots that dude, I don't want to give too much away.
Yes.
That is, man. That is something. That's crazy to watch. Just intense. I like it though. It's very good.
Yeah.
And Al Pacino is extremely good in it. I was worried he'd be kind of bit part because he comes in so late.
Right.
He's very good.
He's
Yes.
really good, and
Yeah.
it's a name I'm familiar with, but not I've never seen footage of this person.
Hmm.
So, well, we can say it's Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, it's Jimmy
right? I
Hoffa,
mean, it's
yeah,
not
people know that.
I've never seen video or footage of Jimmy Hoffa, so I don't know how accurate his portrayal is, but it's a very good character.
Yeah.
And certainly more than I knew about Hoffa before. I never saw the Nicholson.
Yeah, I never saw that either. I don't know
biopic.
how that didn't review well. I remember it was kind of poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I have seen Jimmy Hoffa in like an old documentary or something, and to me, he's totally playing Jimmy Hoffa. He's very good.
Really, he's nailing it.
Yeah,
Cool.
that accent, that weird like accent affectation he's doing is super on point. Anyway, it's good this time of year. Everybody see the two poops floating in the
Two
Netflix.
poops.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Flush it down.
Yep.
Flush it down your Netflix hole.
If you're gonna watch a deuce of a film, that's the one to catch. All right, excellent. So you'd give that. Give me a letter score.
I give it 4 out of 5 funny hats.
Oh, even better. Yep, 4 out of 5 funny Pope hats. 4 out of 5 catechisms or whatever they
That's
have
right,
over
exactly.
there. Also, there's one other thing I was going to tell people. Oh no, we'll do it at news. I got this covered. Don't you worry.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
we're going to talk
All
about
right.
our play date, but we're going to do that a little bit later. All right. What are we doing now? Oh yeah, Dunaway. We're getting
Yes.
Dunaway.
Oh, this is a fun one too.
Yeah.
So glad that we got to get this one in before Christmas.
I agree. I just realized I don't have this open yet, but I will shortly. So chat room, hang in with me here. If you're trying to call, it won't work just yet, but it will in a second. Okay. Now it'll work. Get your calls in. 801-471-0462. We're going to play Babel Royale, and it starts with this. Welcome, everybody, to Babel Royale, a chance for you to win some prizes and watch Brian Dunaway and I compete in some trivia. Brian Dunaway joining the show. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hello.
Let the challenge begin.
Yes.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Yes.
Chances are he'll still be the man who has the ability to disconnect the other man via Discord.
That's right.
So
Just like that every time.
last week was a bummer because the two sick days Brian had were Monday, Wednesday, which meant we haven't had you for a freaking week in this capacity. And so I'm excited to have you back and be doing this. So thanks for being here, man.
Absolutely. I made good use of my time by going out and Christmas shopping.
Oh,
very good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get
I was like, oh, Ibbott's sick. One man's sick is another man's day off.
Did you get
That's right, that's right.
Did you get everything done? Are you done? Finished?
I'm so done.
Yeah.
I have a bad attitude this year.
Really? You're just so done with it.
when I say done, I mean I'm done.
Oh, that's a bummer. I love Christmas, but I understand the feeling. I understand.
Me too.
where
Me
you're
too.
coming
I think
from.
I think I started too soon. You know, I kind of burnt myself out. That was my own fault. No, get me wrong, people. I'm still having a great festive Christmas and everything. I'm just like, some years, you know how it is. Some years you're like, oh God, let Christmas end.
Mhm.
And other years you're like, oh, let it stay around. I want to hang out for a little bit. I think it started too soon.
Yeah, I understand that. We put up decorations the day after Halloween because
Right.
we knew we weren't hosting either Thanksgiving or any other stuff that would get in the way. So Kim's like, let's just put it up early. I like that bit, but we didn't start music until the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm already getting sick of the music. So
Yeah.
I kind of am too.
I'm a little
Yeah.
bit, a little spent there on the old Yuletide songs. I hate to say it.
There's got to be a science to it, right? It's like, okay, exactly how many days before Christmas will the human body go, I'm done?
Yeah.
I think, there might be a way to like say, all right, I'm only going to listen to traditional Christmas songs for the first 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to switch over to modern Christmas songs for the last 2 weeks up until Christmas.
So it's the pacing, not the length, is what you're saying.
I think
It's
so.
the-
I think
yeah.
you get in your hark the herald angels sing and fa la 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 la's and all that stuff in the first.
No,
first part right
actually,
after
I go the opposite way. I go for the
really?
lighter. I go for the lighter fare during the early days, and then near the end, I want to get traditional. It's like, okay, everybody, gather around. It's time for the Christmas story. Everybody ready?
Really?
All right,
Okay.
let's
So, yeah,
sing.
keep
Let's
the more
sing
traditional
Silent
stuff.
Night. Who knows
Okay.
Silent Night over here? All right, let's get it sung.
Yeah.
Right.
It's It's a little annoying at this point. Yesterday, though, you'd like this, Brian, a bit. I walk into the house. We left the Echo running, playing Christmas music for the dogs while we were gone for the party. They like it when
Keep
music's
them
playing.
festive too.
Yeah,
Right,
they want to feel the spirit as much as we do.
Right.
So we come into the house and I hear it, and as soon as we walk in, the song "Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time" starts. It just started, and I say, "A word." Stop this song, destroy it, and wipe it from all memory. She stopped
Did
the
you try
song.
and send? Did you try and send a command back through the Borg, back to the mothership, to not only prevent you from hearing it ever again, but to prevent everybody basically?
It was very weird, and I said that, and she stopped, but then she said, "I don't know what you mean by," or some other kind of comment. So at least she stopped it, but I'm sorry to everyone, I wasn't able to remove it from all human history.
No, that makes me think of something else that I always run into at this. Well, not this time of the year. I'll occasionally find a new Christmas song or a song that I've forgotten about, and I listen to Spotify a lot, and so I'll favorite it. I'm like, boop, love that song. Gotta listen to it again later. But then around, July the next year, it starts throwing it up in my playlist. And I'm like, no, not the right time of the year.
Not the
So
right time of
I need
year?
a little
Yeah.
smarter Spotify.
I get
For
you.
sure, yeah.
So apparently people are trying to call, but for some reason the Google Hangouts phone thing isn't working properly,
some
and I don't
reason,
know
we're not
why.
sure.
Well, of course.
Now here's the thing. I just did a complete reinstall and some other stuff, and that's probably why. I don't know why it's any different. It shouldn't be, but it's apparently not working. So what I'm going to try to do is pull somebody via Discord if I can.
Okay.
And so let's
Won't affect
see.
our play date Friday, right? With getting people in. to
Oh, no,
play
no,
and-
no. It'll be fine. I'll make sure it's all good by then. I should have tested this before. I didn't realize that since my changeover, we haven't had one of these. So I haven't had a chance to use
right.
it. Yeah.
Right. Babel Royale. You're right.
Oh, you know who I might.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
I know who I might pull in. Well, let's see. There's a whole bunch of people in here, but nobody's pinging me. So how about this? Can I
Okay.
just choose somebody? I don't know if this is easy or not.
Is it?
Just Discord. That's what I'm thinking.
These are people who want to be.
Yeah, you would hope they would want to be.
Want to
Yeah.
participate.
Yeah,
right?
Want to
exactly.
participate. Yes.
Guess what? You're getting drafted.
Let's see. Nobody has sent me a message in Discord, so I'm assuming either nobody wants to win or this is all just
my.
too.
Oh, and it's a good prize day. It's not even a. It just says I can run in. It's not even a Steam prize. This is a physical prize, and I'm for the people watching. I'm going to put a little bit of that up on the video.
Nice.
What?
Oh, what?
I want that. Now, is that original or is that a
It is
reprint?
original. This is not a reprint. I looked at the splash page down at the text in the bottom, and it did not say reprint.
Oh, I love that. You know what else I love? I loved that Star Wars art for the comics. Have you guys seen the Mandalorian fan art done in that style?
No.
No. Oh, that's
it looks,
great.
It looks so great.
That sounds.
Cockrum or whoever it was that did the old Star Wars.
That's,
Right,
that's
that style.
That sounds
Yeah.
great. That sounds really cool. Wait, where can I see that? I want to see that. Can you link that?
Yeah, absolutely. Just Google Mandalorian comic book cover.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Do
There's
it.
nothing you can do to stop me. All right, we figured out a way to bring somebody in. We have a person named Deozy. Am I saying that right, Deozy?
Yep, that's right.
Ah,
Daozy in the chat.
very nice. Sorry. What was your name in the chat?
Daozy in the chat.
Oh, Deo's in the
Deozy.
chat. Same thing. All right. Well, that makes sense. You want to be a consistent human being everywhere you go. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for your patience, and welcome to Babel Royale. Brian will explain the rules, what you could win, and how this works. Brian.
I will do exactly that. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic. They're going to go back and forth giving me answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win will go to the other player. Fa la 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 la. Your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic today. You are playing for a copy of Star Wars, the Marvel comic series from the 70s, episode, issue 9. And I believe this is, I think, the first issue after they finished the Star Wars adaptation in the comics. So basically, it's like now we're on to new stories, the continuing adventures of Han, Luke, Leia, and for some reason, a big green bunny. Big green bunny. Do you remember the big green bunny?
I do remember the big green bunny.
I don't remember the big green bunny.
Mm.
Yeah, the big green bunny. And
Yeah.
what looks like a prostitute.
What was it? What was the big green bunny's name?
A space prostitute.
Space prostitute.
Yeah.
I don't remember the big green bunny's name. I remember reading these back in the day.
Right.
But,
So, so a space prostitute other than Lando Calrissian.
That's right. That's right. Major spoiler says the bunny was Jax.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'll
it's
have to look it up a
unfortunate
little
that it
bit.
exists at all, but it's fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
Remember that at all.
Anyway, so you'll get that, which my friend Don won in a Star Wars trivia competition a couple weeks ago. Gave it to me so that I could give it away as a prize. So big thanks to Don for passing this prize along.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seems like a good winnings to me.
All right, so you guys need a topic, don't you?
Yeah.
This one comes to us from Katavari. This is great. I love this, and once you understand it, it'll be really fun. So let me explain.
All right, you explain it.
So obviously, the movie Star Wars came out in 1977, and Star Wars was responsible for us getting just a ton of toys and action figures based on the characters. Sometimes they released multiple toys based on the same character, but just in different forms, different outfits, or what have you. Between 1977 and 1985, there were 96 different action figures created. However, only 9 characters had more than one action figure.
Oh, I bet we have to know one of these 9 then, is my thinking.
You have to tell me not just the 9, but I want to know the different action figure styles that you'd get.
Oh, okay.
my-
You can't just tell me the character name.
All right,
I
so
need to know-
so as an example, I'll use one I know isn't there, okay?
Okay.
So
all right.
if it was like let's say there was just a plain old Jabba the Hutt, but then there's also Jabba the Hutt in a jogging suit.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, Jabba though.
So
Remember
you
that?
would need-
The
you would
Jabba
need to
the Hutt
say-
in jogging suit.
You would need to say Jabba the Hutt in jogging suit.
Okay.
And
And what was the year range? Is it through you said?
1977 to 1985. So
Oh, okay.
all 3
Ooh.
movies had come out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but not the redos. That's the reason why you
Not
didn't
the
get the
redos.
Jabba the Hutt
Exactly. The
jogging suit. Right.
Right, exactly. Although I would totally buy a Jabba the Hutt in a jogging suit. I would. But anyway, all right, that sounds like a thing I can do.
This is fun, yes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I had a
11,
lot of
12,
these.
13,
Still have a
14,
lot of these.
15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27,
Lord, it's like
28,
counting
29,
a deck of cards or something.
31. There are 31 action figures here over 9 characters, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So 9 characters,
31. So
31.
between 77 and 85, there were 31 action figures. All the movies had come out by then. You said.
Right.
And
9
we're looking
characters had
for
more than
characters poses, right? Or
Not poses,
Right. So
but
9, not
Right.
poses. 9 characters had more than one action figure made of them.
gotcha.
right.
And I want to know those variations.
Okay.
And so we need to be like specific. We can't say like, oh, that thing so and so wore in that movie.
I think you could.
Right. But you could say that.
Yeah, you could.
You don't
Okay.
have to have the exact name that's printed on the card here, but you if you describe it reasonably, then I'll absolutely give it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
and
ready.
so we don't mention the original. We just mention the duplicate.
You would mention the duplicate. Yeah, I mean it's
Okay,
yeah.
Just making sure. Yeah. So I wouldn't say like whatever.
Boy, I mean we'll include the originals. So if you give me the original, because some of these have just their
whoa.
original character name.
Then we'll just run through those real quick then because we'll
Exactly.
know those, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Totally will. Yep. All right. So, Deozi, knowing that that's their topic and the fact that we all finally understand it, who do you think is going to win this one, and who do you want to go first?
Well, they both watched The Toys That Made Us, right? I'm pretty sure that got talked about
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. So
Oh yeah.
they both have a little bit of an edge. I'm going to go Scott to win and Brian to go first.
All right. I'm down to clown. Here we go. Brian, go.
Okay, make sure I didn't get any of this information wrong because I don't want people to make
Right.
fun of me like Brian missed it right out of the gate. So I'm gonna go with Luke Skywalker, the original.
There you go. The
Okay.
the classic Tatooine outfit with the lightsaber that would come up through his wrist.
Right,
Yes,
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker. We are off to the races.
But there were issues with that. But go ahead.
All right. Yeah, we may as
Yeah, I
well
think
get these
the
out.
color was wrong, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Yeah, there were issues with it. I don't remember what they were though. The original Han Solo. Then we'll go with
There
him
we
with
go.
the
Original Han
jacket
Solo,
or the vest.
Black vest. That was product number 38260. Came out in 1977.
Okay. I had that one too.
I have product numbers too. if there's
I bought him
product.
and then it promptly lost his blaster, like immediately.
Aw.
Yeah,
Right.
it was gone.
Yeah. Every time. I promptly ate his blaster.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the original Leia.
Yep, original Leia. Cinnamon buns on her head.
Mhm.
Product number
Little white outfit.
38190.
All right. Then.
Yeah, here's where it's like, oh, all right, did they have a multiple of this character?
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and bounce around a little and stick with Leia for a second. I'll do her Return of the Jedi version that had the little helmet and like her speeder outfit uniform thing that she had in that movie.
Good enough. Yes,
Yeah.
the one you're describing.
Good enough.
Yes, I wanted some further description as of what the outfit looked like. Princess Leia Organa in combat poncho.
Combat poncho.
Combat poncho.
Combat poncho. This was the camo gear with the helmet and the poncho that she wore on the speeder bike on
Endor.
Endor.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Luke in his since we're bouncing out of the top there, Luke in his X-wing pilot uniform.
Sure, X-wing pilot Luke. I had one of those with missing arms.
Whoa.
Missing
His are
arms?
broken off, yeah.
Oh, I better
I
say.
think I might have broken his arms off, or the dog or somebody had bitten his arm off or something.
Nice. All right. Good one. Let's do I'm trying to think if you change. That's a dangerous one. Hold on, let me think for a second. I don't want to blow that.
Did you guys ever have the big 12-inch ones? Did you guys have those?
I still do have the Darth Vader
nice.
over there in the window well. But he does not have his lightsaber nor his cape. He's just
Right.
like and boy does he look funny without his cape.
I have
Yeah,
the
he does.
great big tall stormtrooper back behind me. I love that guy.
I had the. Oh my goodness, that's more than a 12-inch figure though, right?
Oh yeah,
That's the
he's huge. He's
giant
like
statue thing you had.
yeah, he's like
Yeah,
a
I had
person.
that, and I had the Luke one. He was big. That was fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Luke
Joe's
Skywalker again, Return of the Jedi era, and he's in like his all black Jedi jumpsuity thing.
Yep, the Jedi Knight outfit, the all black Jedi Knight outfit.
Okay.
That
where
is
he
product number
shows up to
70650.
shows up to free Han and all that.
That's right.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
speaking of Han, guess this be considered an action figure. I'm gonna take a little risk here. How about that Han Solo in the carbonite?
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm
Okay.
going to give you that one.
Right.
Because in Carbonite came with the Slave One ship.
Ah.
In the Carbonite chamber outfit, so his white long sleeve shirt with the
Right.
handcuffs was the action figure. So because I don't think either of you are going to say Han Solo in his pre-Carbonite outfit, I'm going to give it to you just to get it out of the way.
Okay.
Just go ahead, so we can not discuss this anymore.
Yeah, I like it.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Original
crispy.
C3PO.
Original flavor C3PO is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. You paused there and it made me freaking nervous.
Right.
I know. We haven't talked about C3PO at all.
Yeah, I'd actually worried about that. So if Scott's gonna say that one, then I'm gonna say the one that you could fully take apart, like they did with the Ewoks.
Good. Very good. Yes, the C3PO removable limbs as dismantled by the Ugnaughts on Bespin.
Yeah, those were the I Have Spoken guys did that.
That's right. The Quill,
I
like
have
Quill's race.
Yeah,
of
Quill's
Ugnaughts,
people.
yeah.
Okay, shoot. I was going to go there, and I also have some trepidation now because I can't remember if there was a third version of him. I don't know. Okay.
Maybe like with a red arm.
No, it was like a red leg, I think. A red knee down to his feet, but I don't know when that happened. It may be the one you're talking about. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that for now.
Okay.
Let's go with shit. Oh, you know what?
That's a great guess.
Let's do Princess.
What number is that?
We'll do Princess Leia again, except this time it's her second film, Empire Strikes Back. It's no buns. It's kind of, she has the cool braids. It's like her active wear. I don't know what that's called.
Her active wear.
Where she's on where she kisses Han at the beginning, and then she's sneaking down the hallway. Where you always see the picture, the picture that wasn't on film, but of Chewie grabbing her boob.
They always showed it on the cards.
Chewie,
All right, I'll give you Princess Leia Hoth outfit. That is what she was wearing when she kissed Han.
All right.
Princess Leia Hoth outfit.
All right. I feel okay about you giving me that one since Brian got his.
Right.
It's freaking.
Yeah, got the carbonite. Got the carbonite business.
Carbonite. Whatever. That one should have been mine. I don't even know why that was an argument anyway. It's mine. I got it.
Yeah, you did.
So we haven't even talked about the stormtroopers yet. So I'm going to go with original stormtrooper.
All right, Scott wins.
What did I say wrong? What did I get wrong on the things?
What would be the alternate stormtrooper?
Well, the second stormtroopers from Hoth when they had the
You're thinking snow troopers, but
snow troopers?
Yeah, but those are separate troopers.
Is troopers not still considered? I mean, they just got like a little different outfit on. It's still
the snow troopers are going through snow. The stormtroopers are going through storms.
Scout troopers are on their sled things. Like all the different troopers also are not characters. They're legion. They're just tons of them, faceless non-characters.
Whatever.
I
win. We're gonna have a discussion about this after the show. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. This is what I say.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's right. Yeah. The winner is Daozi, but the winner is me. I'm the winner. I don't think that's a terrible choice, honestly. Can you tell me if R2 was in that list at all?
Yes, R2D2. Then there's an R2D2 with the sensor scope and R2D2 with pop-up lightsaber. So you had one for for New Hope. You had one for Empire Strikes Back that just had a little thing that popped up when he was swimming in the waters of Dagobah. And then you had a third one where he shoots the lightsaber out for Luke to catch.
All right, I love that scene. Is there a was I right on the 3PO thing that there was another version of him or no?
No, just those two.
Oof, that was close.
You guys exhausted all the 3POs. Here's the other ones you could have said. Luke Skywalker in his Bespin fatigues, that cool tan outfit, his Hoth battle gear. When he's running around.
We talked about that one. I guess we didn't, did we?
Yeah.
Nope. Luke Skywalker in his Imperial Stormtrooper outfit, so it's just basically a Stormtrooper action figure with a Luke head.
Yeah.
See, that's a Stormtrooper. See, that's what I'm saying. Right there. See, right there.
Yeah,
should have
Luke
said that
Skywalker
one.
Figure, Brian.
Should have said that one.
There's Luke Skywalker in his battle poncho from Endor.
Mm-hmm.
Leia in her Bespin gown. The awesome pink Bespin gown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember those great thin vinyl gowns and capes that they made for these guys?
Yeah,
So great.
yeah.
Princess Leia in her Bausch disguise, the
That's right. It's the bounty hunter guy, right? Oh,
Yep, exactly.
With a little
Han in his Bespin outfit, so he had just the jacket, the long sleeve jacket, not the vest with the brown pants, was the Bespin outfit.
I like
of
that
course
one.
his
Brown
Hoth
pants.
outfit,
Yeah.
his parka.
Yeah.
Han Solo in trench coat. I don't know what this one is, but it's listed here as another version of Han Solo. It might just be a Blade Runner figure that they couldn't sell, and they called it Han Solo in trench coat.
Oh, I love that.
Nobody mentioned Lando. So Lando had his base figure. He had one called General Pilot.
He wore the one that he was in Return of the Jedi. He had that one. He had the helmet on, but I was trying to think. I was like, was that the only one? I couldn't remember anything prior to that.
The skiff guard disguise that he wore for the Jabba's escape deal.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, and then the Anakin Skywalker version of Darth Vader, which is the no helmet bald guy.
Dang it.
How did I miss that one?
And then two that I didn't think either of you would get. Bespin Security Guard had one called Bespin Security Guard, and then a second one called Bespin Security Guard, but they were different, so that you could put them in their little twin pilot things, and it wouldn't be just like you were putting clones in there. And then Klaatu in the Skiff Guard outfit.
So let me ask you about. There was no alternate Obi-Wans, were there?
No,
Just the one. Huh.
just the one.
That
He
surprises
only
me.
had time. He only had time
Right.
for one outfit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one was him, the original, and then the second one was just the jacket.
And Yoda.
Exactly,
Just the
just-
robe.
Just
the robe.
just the robe. And then if you dipped him in blue, then he was the Empire Strikes Back version, the Return of the Jedi version.
Was there ever a Yoda? There was a Yoda, but only one Yoda, right?
Only
not.
one,
Only
only
one
one Yoda. And
Mm.
surprisingly, the Princess Leia in Jabba bikini, gold bikini, Slave Leia, did not come out
I
before.
was about to say that didn't. I was about to say that
1985.
didn't exist, did it?
No, they
Okay.
have
did
one
not
now.
exist
I have
until-
one right here
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I have a fan sent
Guy,
me the
this
one.
guy
with
has
the,
it at the ready. He's got
well,
it
no,
so
I didn't buy
I
it.
have
Right
it
here.
right here.
A fan sent it to me, and it was one of the rare ones with a chain around it. Because remember they had that controversy about the chain, so they took the chain off.
Right.
But I have that one over here. I'm never getting rid of that. That's staying forever. I love it. Anyway, well done. Hey, you know what that means there, good buddy DOZ. All you got to do is send an email to Brian Ibbett. That's over at coverville@gmail.com, and he'll send you your winnings. Congratulations,
Get
man.
me your
Nice
mailing
pick.
address, and I will send this. I'll throw some other goodies in there for you as well.
Yeah. How you feel about that? How you feel about your win?
Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Awesome.
Congratulations and well done. DOZ, everybody. Goodbye. Okay, he's gone.
This Star Wars comic also has one of those Hostess fruit pie full page
the
comic
ads.
comic book ads, and it's
Yeah.
one called Spider-Man Spoils a Snatch.
Spoils a snatch. Oh my God.
Spider-Man spoils a snatch.
Hold on. Can I just ask, in what context is the word snatch used in this comic? What's the.
Well, he's
Someone
not talking
trying
about
to-
Mary Jane.
somebody-
He's not
Right.
talking
Somebody's
about,
trying to steal something. Used to snatch
giving-
things, right?
giving Mary Jane the shocker.
Right.
That sounds about right.
No, he spoils. He
We
foils
perversed
a,
that word, haven't we?
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
ruined it.
he foils. Here you go. If I don't know if I'm on camera right now, but there you go. There's Spider-Man
Spoils a
spoils.
snatch. Oh, it must mean that they were stealing something.
Yes, he foils a museum heist
Well done there.
by the use of
talking-
Hostess cupcakes.
Nice.
As you do.
Yeah.
My
as
uncle
you
and I,
do.
by the way, if I could ever find these, they will be fantastic audio. My uncle and I used to reenact. We would record ourselves reenacting the on audio the Hostess fruit pie.
I would pay
Ads.
money if you could find those. Just track those down.
Gee, Hulk, you sure are angry. Hostess fruit pie? Hulk happy now.
You need to find that.
I'll see what I can do.
It's a
And no,
requirement.
they existed at one point. We'll have to see if they can be found.
All right. Well, in the meantime, Brian Dunaway, always a pleasure to have you on. I hope you're having a really good Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time is what I hope you're having. Oh, he's gone. He hung up on us.
Oh, he left. Jeez.
Yeah, he hung up on us. We didn't hang up on him.
The Dunaway is up.
Yeah.
The sky is blue.
He's just he's so pissed about the stormtrooper variation. He just couldn't
That
handle
is,
it.
you know, it is a valid point, and you know, had Dowsey picked Brian Dunaway, I might have been a little bit more lenient on letting him have the stormtrooper.
Right. We always err to the side of you, listeners.
Correct.
Always.
We want you to win. We want you to have this stuff that we
Yes.
want to give away.
You're the
We're not
winner.
going to just hand it to you,
Truly,
but you know, you've got to work a little bit for it.
truly the winners here. All right, we're going to do
right.
one news story, and it starts with this. It's the news, and it's brought to you by.
This weekend's Patreon play date. Patreon. That's right. This Friday from whatever time we decided. I know we wrote it down.
1 till 3 this Friday.
1 till 3.
Yep.
That's right. 1 till 3, we are doing the Patreon play date. So be here Friday. Play games with us. If you are a Patreon, you can join us and play the games. If you're not, you can still get some great entertainment by hanging out and watching us be idiots on live stream and playing these games. So
Yeah, and we may have some filler spots just because, you know, a team is
Maybe,
missing
yeah.
somebody or whatever. So you never know, but it should be a lot of fun. It'll all be live. We're not hiding it behind any kind of wall, so you can come watch it over here at frogpants.tv. That's Friday the 27th from 1 p.m. Mountain till 3 p.m. Mountain right here at frogpants.tv.
fun.
Very excited.
As
Jack
Rebecca
Box.
Black would say, fun, 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 fun.
That's right. Wait, did you miss a fun? There may have been an extra
I
fun.
might have.
What's
Yeah,
she
might
up
have been
to?
another
Have
one.
we heard from Rebecca Black in a while?
We talked about this a few weeks ago. We looked her up, and she's still.
No, that was the text
recording
girl,
music?
wasn't it? Wasn't it the text girl we looked up? The I'm on your
No.
mass texts. I thought that's who we looked at.
Tay Allen. No, we were looking up Rebecca Black, and she has like a YouTube channel, but it's mostly like, "Hey, what's up, YouTube? How are y'all doing? It's your girl Rebecca Black."
Oh yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, she's still. Oh, she has another song called "Sweetheart." Have we heard this? Here, let's play it a little.
Let's play a little bit of it.
Here we go. I'm gonna skip ahead.
In the clouds like you're so special, like I never heard that before. Gotta break it to you gentle, but maybe I don't.
Oh, she has a lot. She has a ton of songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were looking at that
Billie
other lady.
Eyelash.
Yeah, she's got her Billie Eyelash going. Blacking Out with Claudia and Phineas. Oh, this is just a hangout video. I hate everything about this. All right, I'm closing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm closing it. I hate it. I hate it.
yeah. She should decide finally buckle down and decide if it's gonna be the front seat or the back seat.
Yeah, you gonna which will you choose? Hurry up and make a choice. All right. Let's talk about this story here. It's a great Christmas story to give you today.
Sure.
You can't make this stuff up. 6 Roseville elementary students, that's the name of the school there, got their tongues stuck to icy poles. Yeah. Says it here, played out just like the classic scene from the movie A Christmas Story, minus the triple dog dare. But it didn't just happen once. In the last 2 weeks, 6 curious kids at Roseville Elementary School learned the painful lesson of what happens when you stick your tongue to a frozen pole. It hurts a lot. Just like the character Flick, the parents panicked. Oh, wasn't Flick's the one that went into porn, right? Wasn't that the deal?
Is that really? That's
Yeah.
a great. That's really a funny thing. If Flick went into porn.
Yeah, I think it was
Into
Flick.
porn Flick.
Flick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the kid. Let me just make sure on this.
Now he's known as Johnny Wad.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to think about that. It says here they all panicked when they realized they couldn't immediately pull their tongues free. The principal even brought up the scene and says, remember that? Well, anyway, luckily teachers didn't have to dial police or firefighters to help. Some of the kids ripped their tongues away themselves. Oof. One even returned
Was
to
it
the...
all the same pole? Like, I'm just visualizing one flagpole with 6 kids around and going, ah, ah.
I mean, that's... I think that's what they want you to see, but really it was over a number of days, but it's more fun to think they were all there together.
I love it.
It says here one of the kids even returned to the pole the next day to search for remains. That's gross.
Ugh.
Yeah. Others stayed put until adults brought warm water. The rash of incidents, the most recent on Thursday morning, prompted Wilson to alert school staff. She considered an intercom announcement, but settled for an email to teachers in which she asked them to tell their students about the age-old pitfall. The adults who supervise recess and usher students into buses after school, not bushes, whoops, have taken precautions to help any more hapless experimenters carrying bottles of warm water wherever the kids are outside. Well, that's a bummer having to carry warm water around with you just because your kids are stupid. Dumb kids.
All right, so the kid is Scott Schwartz.
Yeah.
And he was not only in A Christmas Story, he was also in The Toy with Richard Pryor and Kidco.
Okay.
Let's see here. There it is. In the 1990s, Schwartz worked in the adult film industry in minor non-sexual roles and behind the scenes in numerous administrative roles.
Oh.
However, Schwartz would eventually star in adult films in sexual roles.
Oh.
So
I'm glad they make that
He worked his way up from
distinction.
the mailroom, basically.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I don't
He's
ever...
the same age as us. He's 51 and lives in Sacramento, California. And if you look at the guy, you don't think that he's the type who would do or would be hired for porn.
It's got a Ron Jeremy quality to him, maybe a little bit.
No, he's got like a do you want some extra cheese on your Papa John's kind of quality to him.
Wow. Oh, listen to this little bit. This little teaser from Blue Ridge John in the chat. It says, according to Schwartz, legendary troublemaking child actor Corey Feldman drug him to meet a trio of porn stars, including Ron Jeremy. And soon afterwards, a porn director asked him to star in one of his films in a non-sexual role. After a few more fully clothed parts, he decided to go all in and had sex on camera for a while. Let's see. He quit doing porn in 2000. Oh, it's too bad.
If you don't have him in a scene in your porno where he's going, then you're missing out.
Oh, I don't even want to think of that.
For those of you on the just listening to the audio, I had my tongue stuck out and I was waving my hands back and forth like he did in A Christmas Story.
Wildly, like something terrible was happening.
Yes.
Final quick story. Be careful what you do in Peru.
I've heard this. This is true.
Yeah.
In many things.
Sure. There's a soda machine in a McDonald's. Actually, yeah, it was a McDonald's. That ended up exploding and killing 2 people. This is no good. It's a defective soda vending machine. It's one of the big ones.
Coke freestyle machines, right?
Yeah, one of those.
Be one of the freestyles.
Yeah, that's what happens. Carlos Campos, age 19, Alexandria Porrasa, age 18, died later that day after as they cleaned the fast food restaurant in Lima Pueblo Libre district. Since the deaths, the chain has closed 29 stores throughout the country while the police and the prosecution investigate. 24 hours before the incident, it was already known that the machine had problems. Let's see. This has hit us all very hard, blah, blah, blah. The company confirmed the soda machine would not be used in future. The deaths were prompted Peruvian President Martin Vizcarra to announce a bill to strengthen job security. So what could go wrong with one of those that it would cause that kind of destruction and mayhem?
No idea. It's crazy.
You're
choosing Mr. Pibb, but you want peach flavor mixed with it? No, does not compute.
Don't do it. Boom. Exactly. And finally, Luke's
BD7 says CO2 explosion. That does make sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then, you got to be careful around that stuff. Those don't blow up on their own, though. Something's weird there.
Yeah.
In final news, Luke Skywalker got busted for pot possession in Texas. I just want to make sure to get that out. His name is Luke Aaron Skywalker Sexton. He was busted for marijuana possession after a cop pulled him over and smelled pot in his car.
I was just heading to Corpus Christi to get some power converters.
Good pull on the town. That's a good town to use. It's a funny sounding town. The cops smelled pot in the car, found a baggie of marijuana after searching the vehicle. According to the report, Sexton allegedly admitted owning the grass. When was the last time anyone called it grass?
The grass. Owning the grass.
Please. He's held on a $2,000 bond, but apparently witnesses say he levitated himself out of the place, so I guess he did all right with his force. He used the force. He got it.
Good for him.
Yeah, the police force will be with you always.
Oh, that's good too. Well done.
Not bad. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to hang out with our good buddy, who's coming on? Oh, Steven Schleicher. Steven Schleicher, our good buddy Steven Schleicher will be here. We're going to talk about some stuff, and we're excited about that, among other things. So stick around. Brian's got a song to play first, though. What do you got?
That's right. Dave in Milwaukee said, "Hey, Scott and Brian, do you still do Indie in the Middle?" Well, of course. He says, "I do have such a request. I submitted this tune some time ago, but I don't think you ever played it, so I will once again suggest The Ballad of Olaf Johnson by Trapper Shep on any freaking day we want." The music video is a clever take on the Oregon Trail video game, by the way, to boot.
Nice.
This is Dave in Milwaukee, who goes by the name D. Lee MKE in the tadpole when he's here. So hello, D. Lee MKE. The Ballad of Olaf Johnson. This is from Trapper Shep, and it's from his album Rangers and Valentines from 2016. This is really, really good. I'm glad we're finally getting this added here. It's here we go. The Ballad of Olaf Johnson.
All right, here it is. We'll be right back in a minute. Stay tuned.
I brought a Christmas hat. I might put it on. I have a candy cane here. Gifts.
I will eliminate this Christmas spirit before another day is past.
You can't even handle that muscle-bound female She-Ra.
This big guy, he's big and fat. He has a white beard. He wears a red suit. This is the Morning Stream.
Notice I had all Christmas-themed stuff today for all my clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. Christmas He-Man. Christmas He-Man.
Skeletor.
I don't think I feel well.
All right. He didn't feel well because he was feeling the Christmas spirit. If you guys will remember, if you've never seen that the He-Man Christmas special, it is amazing. Everybody should watch it. It's so weird. It's so good. I mean, it's like full on Jesus story stuff. Like they're
really?
oh yeah, they're
Okay.
like, oh, we we can't forget the real meaning of Christmas and Jesus and all this. Like they get like religious with it. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing. Y'all should just go right now, find He-Man wherever it is. It's streaming someplace, and watch all the He-Man you can stand, and then watch the Christmas special. All right, who am I calling here? I'm calling Steven.
Calling Steven Schleicher.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. He's been very patient, sitting in that
The
chat room.
angriest Star Wars fan.
That's
No,
right.
I'm just kidding. I'm playing it up.
It's not true at all, is it?
No.
Here's his theme, though.
Steven.
Welcome to the program, one Steven Schleicher, all the way from Hayes, Kansas, and the wonderful MajorSpoilers.com. Steven, it's great to have you back. How are you?
Well, happy holidays, Scott
Yeah.
and Brian.
Hey, man.
To you too.
It's all coming up fast. Are you all set? You all done with your
No,
stuff?
I've got packages still to wrap. We're
Yeah.
going to go buy some chicken wings for our Christmas dinner.
Ooh.
Ooh.
King's Hawaiian rolls.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
You know how to live. What's this about? This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our annual. We don't conform to your Christmas traditions.
We kind of do a bit of that too. We're not really doing too many traditional things that day. Actually, we usually go to a movie, but we're not this year because the baby's not really movie friendly yet. So we're gonna do that all at home.
Don't have him watch Gremlins.
Oh yeah, no Gremlins for him. He's too young. I mean, he wouldn't know what he was looking at anyway. But I'll tell you.
It gets scary though.
Yeah, I forgot to say I got to be Santa Claus the other night. I put a video
saw
of this.
that.
Yeah, it was fun. I do it every year. This year was nice because I got a new suit finally. The suit I had last year we keep it in this big red bag all year. And the last time I opened it, there were a bunch of little mouse poops in it, and I went, okay, not putting this on. And I threw it away. Plus the beard the year before I was chewing gum while I did it, and I got gum all gummed up in the beard. So I am not that Santa anymore. Instead, Kim's mom made me a new suit, and it's very
nice.
It was a very convincing one. Had the bells and everything on it, and every kid who was little in this place completely freaked out, cried, didn't want to come near me. Van just sat on my knee and stared into my eyes. And part of me's like, well, it's because he kind of
Grandpa.
yeah, I think he kind of recognizes me, but maybe it's something else because he also went to a mall Santa and did the exact same thing. This is before this.
Really?
Just sat in his lap and did this. And didn't budge. Just stared at him, taking them all in. Never cried, never got upset, nothing. He's not afraid of anything, that kid. I don't know what's going on. He's not a traditional Johnson. He should be freaking out.
My youngest, age 8.
Yeah.
I don't think he's scared of Santa. You know how people are kind of freaked out by clowns? I think he's freaked out by Santa Claus.
Oh, well,
Because
you should be.
Back before Thanksgiving, we were at a local store, Walmart, and some dude just walking around as Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And my son just kind of stops and just gives him the side eye the entire time until he walked by and was just like, ugh, that's kind of creepy, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, they don't like him. They don't like him.
Well, plus, I don't know, man. You're in a Walmart and you see a guy walking around who's not like, at a throne with kids hopping in his lap and asking him what they want for Christmas. You got to kind of worry about that these days, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, I didn't check peopleofwalmart.com to see if the guy showed up there.
That's right.
Nobody thinks
You
of.
guys were talking about your Star Wars action figures.
Oh yeah.
I have sitting here. Everybody has their action figure sitting near you. I have the original Yoda action figure right here.
Nice.
With the was it a cloth? He had a cloth outfit.
He has a cloth.
Right?
He still has a cloth outfit wearing it. He has the belt. The only things that I'm missing were the snake that wrapped around his neck and his little cane that he had. Those are the two things that I'm missing from that.
You need I could 3D print those for you if you need. Just let me know.
Oh, I'm sure I could.
Isn't he?
I couldn't do it in resin printing.
Isn't he structurally the same? Didn't they say this on the Toys That Made Us or something? He's structurally the same as a Jawa or something.
Yeah, his body is pretty much that way, except the feet I think are, the whichever version of Yoda feet you want to believe they are, 3 toes in the front and the heel in the back. So.
Oh, is there controversy about that?
Oh man, don't go down the rabbit hole, Scott. We don't have the time.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Do a search for how many toes does Yoda have.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know this was a
and
thing. I'm into it.
It is super inconsistent.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 3, but sometimes in the movies you see 4. There's another one that it's supposed to be like, I don't know, like 8 or something like that. It's really weird. But don't go down the rabbit hole of how many toes does Yoda have.
I'm currently I have a vast collection of all things stormtroopers, all variations. This is a clone trooper, but scout trooper. Here's a little R2 unit. I don't know which version he is. He doesn't seem to have anything that pops out of him. So this might be a later build. I don't know. But Have a couple of these. Like, these were just part of my life, man. I have a Chewbacca that got chewed by a dog, and I still kept it. It's all chewed up. But
my C-3PO's legs. I don't know I think it was all the C-3POs or a lot of people's C-3POs. The legs joints just all of a sudden went wacky loose.
Yes.
So it wouldn't stand up. So I had to get a couple of rubber bands and twist them around his waist so his legs would stay tight so he could stand up and not fall over all the time.
That's a thing, isn't it? The loose legs on the 3PO.
Yeah.
Loose Legs 3PO. I remember that used to be his nickname.
Yeah.
They used to call me Loose Legs 3PO back in the droid factory.
When we did shake him around, they were just like nothing. He didn't have any tensile strength to him at all, which is
as an 8-year-old,
bummer.
I hated that.
Yeah, it sucks because you couldn't stand him up next to your other guys. He just buckled.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, rubber bands.
Yeah, that's lame. Not your rubber bands. Your solution's fine.
Thanks, Scott. Merry Christmas to you too.
I meant
F-word guy.
I meant he's lame. That's what I meant. Anyway, so how much do you want to say about Star Wars, about the movie? Did you want to?
I will say this, the same thing that I said on Twitter. So here is your non-spoiler free Star Wars discussion. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. It has many, many, many flaws. If you enjoyed the movie, congratulations, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you hated the movie, that's okay too.
Okay, that's you know what. Welcome to my
love
world.
That attitude, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like that. I do want to share. I want to share a tiny.
You want me to tell you one of my big gripes?
Well, yes, but before you do, let me read you
do it
this.
in a spoiler-free way.
Let me read you this real quick. Hold on. I got this thing that I got from Garrett that really caught me. If I can find it.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Hold on. Okay, I skipped that ahead. There it is. Here he goes. He says, it felt very third chapter Star Wars to me. Big, messy, bombastic, and I loved it. And I agree with him on that take. I don't know if I loved it as much as he did, but it is big, it is bombastic, it is messy, and it is a little like Return of the Jedi in a lot of ways, actually. A lot like Return of the Jedi in many ways, but even in non-specific plot ways, it's got that vibe to it.
15 years ago, I come onto this show and I talk about J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, and I say that it's nothing more than Wrath of Khan, and people crap all over me. For years later, that casually drops this Return of the Jedi thing, and there won't be anything said.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're totally right. You're not wrong. But no one remembers. We have bad memories. It's fine. No one remembers anything. So, wait, that wasn't 15 years ago. That was 10 years ago.
No, it's however many years ago it was.
That's 10 years ago.
We've been doing this forever.
Yeah, it feels like it. All right, so give me your gripe.
All right, so here's my thing. Beyond it being, J.J. Abrams, he's a fine director, fine. Not a great storyteller. But he is so slavishly devoted to trying to emulate his favorite directors, like Spielberg and Alfred Hitchcock. That he ends up taking somebody who appears to be a really nice guy and a very solid actor, Greg Grunberg, and just turns him into a prop. That was my complaint with the first J.J. Abrams Star Wars movie. That's my complaint with this J.J. Abrams Star Wars movie. Greg Grunberg, fine actor, very nice guy, but because he's being used as a prop to say, hey, this is J.J. Abrams movie, it totally takes me out of the film.
He's like, what's it like?
Also Lost Hobbit.
I was going to ask you if the Dominic Monaghan. I think a few more movies we actually would have gotten Jack Cate and John Locke in Star Wars.
Yeah, why not?
Those aren't spoilers. Anyone who's ever watched a J.J. Abrams movie knows that Greg Grunberg shows up in every single J.J. Abrams project.
That's because they're buddies, they're pals, and they're
Grunberg, by the way,
and that's fine.
Yeah,
almost showed up on the season of America's Next Top Podcaster. He was going to be the celebrity interview that people were going to get.
Oh, that would have been amazing. That would have been great.
It did not work out, and
that's too bad.
But we got Ptolemy Slocum instead, and he was great.
Yeah, he was very good.
Now that's my complaint about J.J. Abrams using Greg Grunberg. I think Greg Grunberg is fine with it because he gets all that residual money.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it too. Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what he is. He is the John Ratzenberger of the JJ verse.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's what they do with Pixar and Ratzenberger. They have Cliff come out and do some lines, and then there's there he is again. That's what this is. And in this particular case, well, this isn't a spoiler, is it, to say he's the Porkins of this movie? He's the Porkins of this movie.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, that's a spoiler.
It's a little too late to unring that bell.
It isn't any big deal, trust me. It is like the least of deals. It's no big deal. In fact, that's part of your complaint, is that he just sort of comes in as like, the Grunberg moment, and then he's gone. Like, that's basically, I'm just reinforcing what Steven's saying. which is, you're just dragging him out. It's not the same as like Tarantino and Sam Jackson. When he brings out Samuel L. Jackson, it's like
right.
a big
He's
role
an
and
integral
it's a
part of
whole
the story,
thing.
right,
Yeah, exactly. But this is more like a weird, like, oh, there's that guy again, and I can see that. It doesn't bother me too much, but I can see it.
If anybody follows Chuck Wendig on Twitter, he had a great post on his blog where he just basically breaks down why Star Wars is junk, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I was so ready to take offense.
In my mind.
Yeah, I was so ready to take offense with that that article he wrote, and it's like, no, I can't argue with any of this. This is correct.
Yeah.
And it's and if people are looking to go to that and say, oh, this is going to be a glowing review, it's not a glowing review. It's basically my thoughts on Star Wars, more eloquently put. But maybe we should not talk about this movie anymore, since Scott is just dropping spoilers left and right.
Hey, all I got is the Porkins one for you. But I will say this.
Oh no!
Well,
it's not another spoiler.
You dropped a couple.
I'm just gonna say I think what has ruined me a little bit is I know a lot of people are saying this, but Mandalorian is ruining it for me. And it's not so much that the Mandalorian's doing everything perfect. It's not. It's just that I want more of a serialized approach. I think TV's the right place for it. We're at the right place for the tech, the money, the exposure.
I did not send the link to you, Scott, that I sent to Brian on the Chuck article, but he's like, oh, can you imagine if Rise of Skywalker had been done serialized like Mandalorian has done? It would be fantastic.
It really would. It really would. And I think that's what my big takeaway is to cram it all in 2 hours, or in this case 6 hours spread over a few years, is no longer what will get me stoked. What gets me stoked is having the freedom to say, all right, we have 10 episodes or more. We're going to really dig down deep. We're going to take it in places you couldn't take it in a regular film. And we're going to give it to people in a way that's, like a thing you can expect and you look forward to, and not waiting years between, and not worrying about, well, this has to be a standalone film that everybody can enjoy in case they've never seen the first two. Like, I think that we're getting my prediction is we're getting away from that in general. And I think it's hard to do a big ensemble thing like this and finish well. I think the Marvel stuff proved that that's possible. Like Endgame is a really great example of how you do that, and they did it really well. But I think that's the exception to the rule. I think generally this stuff's super hard. So yeah, either do standalones or draw it out. And drawing it out to me is the better option, because there's more world building and you get to go places you never had to think about. It's no longer just, well, is that person going to get their lightsaber back? I don't know. Like, it's just not enough. And something like The Mandalorian proves that you just need room to breathe. And that's what I want from Star Wars.
So I think one of the biggest problems with the whole new trilogy of films is that they didn't have the trilogy planned out ahead of time. They knew going in that they wanted to do a trilogy. When Star Wars came out, they didn't, George Lucas wasn't sitting there going, oh, it's going to be a 9-picture thing. It was Star Wars. And then everyone was like, oh, we want something more. And they're like, okay, here's Empire Strikes Back. And we know we're going to do a sequel to that. So you get Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Rise of Skywalker, Disney went in going, okay, we have 3 chapters to tell in this story. And what they didn't do was sit down and plot out the 3 movies. And so there's a lot of problems when you go from 2 different directors trying to tell the story that they want to tell and trying to mash them together. That really doesn't work here. But when you look at The Mandalorian, it's pretty good.
It's very
good. In fact, I would argue that the most recent episode that came out on Wednesday, because Disney didn't want people staying home watching The Mandalorian instead of going to see Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
If that was the season finale, that would have been a phenomenal season finale.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean,
as it is, we're going to get more.
Yeah, we're going to get at least a little bit more. That is the last 2 episodes for me have been just over the top. It's just scratching all my itches, and I know not everyone has the same itches I do, but my itches are like, you're going to a floating space prison to break somebody out? Sign me up. You're going to do it with a ramshackle group of misfits, all played by amazing actors and weird roles you'd never see them in normally? Yeah. Sign me up. Like, this is absolutely my jam, and every week they do it, and they are killing it, and I can't wait for more of it. And they somehow made a tiny freaking baby Yoda adorable, and I worry about him all the time.
They figured out how to do the thing that they tried to do with Ewoks and with pit droids and things like that, creating a new tiny character to please the kids that end up pleasing the adults way more.
Yeah.
Or
Now,
just as much.
I will say, people who haven't seen Rise of Skywalker, and I'm trying not to spoil anything, but there apparently, you might want to stay off Twitter and Twitter memes, because there might be a contender for Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I like that new thing. I'll just call it a thing.
AKA the child.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there's already memes going around of people are just like starting to start a little Star Wars holy war right here between The Mandalorian and Rise of Skywalker.
I
mean, the fact that thing exists isn't a spoiler. Seeing a video or seeing a picture of him isn't a spoiler, right?
Here's the shocker, everybody. In Star Wars,
he's in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So,
here's the shocker. Star Wars movies always have an adorable little something introduced in it.
Mm-hmm.
There, you'll get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And this one in particular has skills. Let's put it that way. It's got some skills.
So, real quick on Mandalorian, you and I have talked about this, Scott Bryan, as well as a number of other people who are savvy to the genre. That Mandalorian is just your samurai Ronin / Western movies,
right?
Being retold to an audience that probably has not experienced a lot of Westerns.
Probably, or not in those traditional settings. Yeah.
Let me spoil some Star Wars for you.
Go,
Brian. Hold up that comic book again.
Oh, sure. What, the Green Rabbit? Is the Green
Jack's
Rabbit
the Green Rabbit. You are really doing a disservice because you have that as issue 9. You are not including issue 10 because this is a 2-part story.
Well, I only got issue 9.
Yeah, I know. Whoever it is going to have to track down issue 10 because what this is a 2-part retelling of the Magnificent Seven.
Oh, this one isn't it? Okay.
Yes, this is the one where you've got to get a group of people together to go and fight this Jedi wizard, and it is nothing more than a retelling of the Magnificent Seven or Seven Samurai, depending on which way you want to go, but more Magnificent Seven than the others.
Right.
I will also say that anyone who has read the 2 issues and know what's going on, you're absolutely right, Brian. These are the first stories that happen after the Star Wars movie drops, after they've finished the movie adaptation, and they don't know what to do next. And this is before Lucas had a chance to codify the Omnicron or whatever it is that contains all of the information about Star Wars, because this goes into some radically crazy directions. There is a dude that's literally a knight with armor.
Cool.
There is literally, I mean, it is crazy
dude,
fantasy. It is just crazy fantasy.
Yeah,
but
the space hooker, her name is Maiza.
Yeah.
Amaiza, and then Jackson, or Jax for short, is the bunny. Is he a Gundark? Is that the deal?
I don't know what he is, but I kind of wish that if you wanted to pay homage, if you wanted to just serve up even more fan service than what Return of the Jedi already does, they would have found a way to get Jax on into this movie.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Even if he would have blown up, I think that would have been all the fan service everybody needs. But
he got killed.
So spoiler: there's no Jaxon in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a great shot of Han, Luke, Chewie, and Leia sitting cross-legged on the floor, drawn by Howard Chaykin.
Yeah.
This is great. This is a great prize for somebody.
I think it is a great piece of comic history. It is awesome. I had those as a kid. That's why I remember them so fondly. I had 9, 10, and 11 were the 3 that I had, and I just read those things until the covers fell off.
I'm pretty sure I only had the first 3 that were adaptations of the films. The big oversized comic format ones. I had I think that's all I ever had for Star Wars comics.
Now, a lot of people are going to be wondering, after coming out of Rise of Skywalker, they're going to want to know more about the Snoke Kylo Ren experience.
Okay.
I just know that they are. They're going to be like,
you caution it spoiler wise by saying the experience.
Yeah.
Yes, the experience.
Yeah. What's that experience like? Sure.
Last week, Marvel released Star Wars: The Rise of Kylo Ren, which tells the story of what happened when Ben Skywalker left. Ben Solo left Luke Skywalker and hooked up with Snoke, and how that relationship developed. The issue sold out immediately, so if you find a first printing in the comic shops, go ahead and grab that now. If you're going to wait around and want to know that story and see how it develops, The reprint of the first issue comes out on January 29th.
Interesting. So this is a whole, all the missing bits, all that missing Snoke bits. We're going to find out what that is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool because I felt like that was
all the missing Snoke bits are actually just sitting on the throne room floor.
Yeah.
From the last movie.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
point.
man, God, I have so much I want to say about.
Can I say one thing about Rise of Jedi about the last, let's say the last 10 or 15% of that movie reminded me.
No, don't.
No, it's not a spoiler at all. It it reminded me, not at all. It reminded me of Warhammer 40K. You guys, I don't know how much you guys pay attention to that sort of stuff, but it was like all the Tech Priest and Warhammer 40K stuff that Warhammer fans know about. There's a huge vibe going on in there, in that place. It's very cool. That's all my favorite bits of the movie is all that stuff. The final third, probably. Like I was telling Brian over text, I'd give the final third an A for just what I got to see and experience, and I'd give the first 2/3 of that movie probably a B minus.
This is a solid C movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you average it all,
enjoyable.
maybe it is. But
here's the other thing that annoys me about Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Oh, really? Are you sure? You guys only do that to me. Okay.
My theater had 26 freaking minutes of trailers ahead of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, sure.
The movie started at 10 o'clock, was supposed to start at 10 o'clock at night. I look at my watch when they finally have Once Upon a Time in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. 26 minutes of trailers.
I guess that does seem excessive. We get about 15 to 20 minutes.
I would be happy with 15. Do you guys remember when Phantom Menace came out? George Lucas had the pull to say, look, I want no trailers, or if at most you could have one studio trailer ahead of this movie, but fans are here for the movie, not for 26 minutes. Disney didn't learn last year or 2 years ago from Frozen when they had that horrible 30-minute or was it I forget which one it was, but that horrible Olaf's Christmas.
Yeah, Olaf's Christmas thing. Yeah, and it got pulled, right? Got pulled from a bunch of theaters and stuff.
Yeah. 30 minutes of commercials, people.
Let me pitch something. Oh no, it'll never happen because they want the trailers out there. But if they and Houdini 7 says nobody wants trailers today, you see them all on YouTube. I don't want to see trailers on YouTube. I want to see them on the big screen when I see them. However, would you guys be cool with the movie starts at the time that the movie starts?
Yes.
If you want to see trailers, you come 20 minutes before. Now that means they can't do the Maria Menounos thing and the ads.
I'm fine with that, because
yeah.
See, in our theater, our local chain will never do that. They rely so much on that local stuff and the business.
No theater chain will ever do that.
Yeah.
I mean, even Alamo Drafthouse, which is by the people for the people, will never say no. We can't show the trailers before the start time. Make the film the actual start time. And
that seems very unlikely. However, I love the idea. I would do that.
Yeah.
If you said, "Hey, come 20 minutes,"
I would actually go early every once in a while to see the new trailers.
Yep.
But we wouldn't go every time to see the new trailers because you see the same 5.
Yes.
If you go there for the same movie in 2 weeks, or for different movies in 2 weeks, you still see the same trailers.
Yeah, I hate that.
I usually get to the theater 30 minutes ahead of time because I want to eat my snack so that I'm not disturbing other people when the movie's going on, and I want to get so me walking in 30 minutes early watching trailers instead of that stupid M&M commercial, I'd be fine with that.
My God, that M&M commercial
has been running for what, 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years. This is your mission. No, it's an envelope. That's when I want to go. Just hit the bathroom and just say, "Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes."
Yeah. Well, in our case, we had the theater was
Time
rented
to update
out.
that thing.
When they rented out our theater, so there was no. What do you call it? There were no trailers. We just started it. That was nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but we still had commercials before it, so we were all waiting for it. They were still showing commercials the whole time. You know what? I want a movie theater the way we did it at Nerdtacular. No commercials. Nothing airing up there.
People throw light sticks all at you at the screen at the same time.
You sit down, you give away prizes, you show a movie.
Batman shows up.
Yep. You get stoked because it's Batman, or you're sad because it's Spider-Man 3. Whatever your reasons are. You just enjoy yourselves. Yeah. You did miss that one, didn't you?
So one final Star Wars thing in this 30 minutes that we've talked about Star Wars without really doing a whole lot of Rise of the Skywalker thing.
Sure.
I think it was our last discussion when we were talking about, or maybe it was on the Major Spoilers podcast, we were talking about why Mandalorian is only like 38 minutes long. And
I think we did talk about it a little bit last time we talked.
Yeah, where my original idea was, I think this is because originally this was probably pitched as a TV show and they locked it into being that TV show length without knowing that Streaming Plus was going
It
on.
would not have any commercials, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So a listener wrote to me and he says, wait a minute, I think maybe it's the other way. Disney is hedging the bet that Disney Plus is the place where you go to first to see it, and then now they're prepping this to go on one of the Disney channels.
Oh, possible. I mean, I think it'll always stay on Plus, but I could see them airing it on their cable stuff. But here's the thing: they don't really have natural breaks for commercials in this show.
Yeah, there's some plot. There's spaces. If you watch,
there's some.
It's not every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but there's not like a, he's sitting there with his gun and then it fades out and then it fades out, fades back in, and he's got his gun.
Yeah, they don't do any of that, but they have plenty of that in say Rebels. Rebels is full of that stuff because it aired on TV first, and of course has those spots, and they're a little more overt. I think they could do it, but it would be a little more jarring, probably a little less break centric. But and by the way, I am watching Rebels right now, and that show's great. I didn't know that was so cool. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah,
so many people missed out on that.
Yeah.
And you are missing out on, or now you are seeing with Rebels, you are seeing the second half of, or the part 2 of one of the greatest character story arcs ever told in Star Wars with Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, I was going to say, one of the showrunners of that animated show is now one
Dave
of the
Filoni.
Yeah, he's the director, co-runner thing of The Mandalorian. So that dude's got his chops. It's very good. I'm totally digging it. And I'm only in season 1, where everyone says it's not as good as season 2. Okay, well, I'll get there. But I really like season 1 already. It's very good.
Yeah, season 1 was very, let's make this as kid-friendly as possible. And then they suddenly realized, oh, wait, kids are kind of sophisticated. We don't have to dumb it down for them. Yeah. And then season 2 onward just gets... Man, so good.
Yeah, it's really, really good so far. So I'm glad
I did all the Clone Wars stuff, so maybe I'll pick up Rebels.
Oh, yeah, you totally should. And it's on Disney Plus. It's all on there, so you can just watch it.
I mean, not pick it up. I mean, watch it.
Pick it up in your brain.
Someone in the chat is saying, I was hoping Ahsoka might be in Rise of Skywalker. I would say if you have already seen the movie, you might want to go back again.
Yeah. You might want to look again. It wasn't there a character? Somebody told me that one of the recent Mandalorian episodes, the Space Prison one, had somebody in it that is also in a animated thing. Is that true?
Well, the one where they go to the shrimp farm. The little cat appeared in Rebels first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was an animated character that then moved over into the.
Oh, that's
TV
hilarious.
series.
I did not know that. Okay, so apparently there is some of that crossover with the Rebels thing, which is cool. Well, anyway, I've enjoyed this catch up with Steven on Star Wars. Steven on Star Wars, our new segment every Monday. Steven on Star Wars.
Man, and just some people are like, oh, Steven just hates the Star Wars. No, I love Star Wars. Star Wars is great. I have seen every Star Wars movie in the theaters when it came out, the year that it came out. So
you're a fan.
Star Wars is part of my life, just like it's all part of our lives. But I think when we look at popular culture, it is okay to have I don't want to say negative, but have critiques of things that you love.
Yeah,
totally.
And to recognize that there are flaws in things that you love.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of fan service going on here, which I think it's the fan service that divides a little bit. Because the people who love the fan service are just jamming on it, right? And people who don't like the fan service or feel like they're being pandered to, it irritates them. That's another aspect of this that nobody ever really talks about. And it's okay. Some of you may not like to be pandered to with a lot of fan service, and some of you might. Either way, I'd say go out and see Rise of Skywalker, even if somebody tells you they didn't like it. See it anyway. It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's what you do.
Make your own decision.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Plus, it's just Star Wars. Even if it's bad, it's good. Yeah. It's just garbage,
Exactly.
Even if it's garbage, it's good garbage.
Unless it's the prequels or the holiday special.
Yeah, well, in the film set context, maybe. We still want to do that one day. We still haven't done it.
I mean, you can go watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's all there, right?
Things on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, we thought about it. We were going to do it as a...
Well, now you have to do it next year for Life Day.
Yeah. Next Life Day, we got to wait for it. All right, that's going to do it. Steven, anything putting out on the feeds and stuff before the end of the year here?
We don't have a lot of podcasts coming out this week. We have our Dueling Review podcast coming out. We have a top 5 coming out this week, I believe. And a Critical Hit, of course, this weekend. But because of the holidays, a lot of the shows and a lot of the people are not available to record. So we'll be back after January with new podcasts. But we'll have news stories up and reviews up, a lot of reviews up, over the next couple of weeks for people to check out as well over at majorspoilers.com.
Nice. Majorspoilers.com, everybody. Major Spoilers on Twitter. You have a fantastic Christmas, dude.
Stay hydrated.
We'll see you later.
See you, Steven.
All right, Brian, we have time for a mashup. Would you like to hear one?
Oh, thank goodness. It's funny. We've got 2 end-of-year mashups from TMS Mashups. One that's you, one that's me.
That's right. And this
is you.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Is that different from what this is?
This is a Monday mashup, and the 2 year ends. Looks like we're doing those next week before New Year's. So I guess that's what that means. I'm sorry, I'm looking at his files right now.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna do both of them next Monday.
I think we'll do
TMS
both of them.
Mashup says no in the chat room.
Yeah, that's what he means. Yeah, we're doing today's Monday, and then the other 2 we'll have by then. Yeah, that's what's going on. All right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So let's play this one. This is the Monday mashup. It is called. Oh no, this says the best of Scott. So is this me then?
Yeah, this is you.
Oh, I thought we were doing. Oh, should I do the bonus one? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is the bonus
No, you're
one?
supposed to do this one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Monday mashup is best of Scott Johnson 2019.
All right. So TMS mashup, say in the chat, just so I'm because he keeps saying yes, no.
Right.
Do. All right. I'm just playing it then.
Yes.
I'll save the bonus for another time, I guess. All right.
Yes.
All right. That's fine with me. Here we go. This is, I guess, the best of end of year version of me, whatever that means. Here you go. Check it out. Whoops. Hold on. This isn't working. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, Skojo. It's Gidget Von the Roo, all the way down here in Australia. And it's that time of year again. That's right. I don't know why I'm doing a radio voice, because it's not my normal voice. Anyway, Jamie was very kind to ask me to do your intro of the best of the year. I personally can't wait to listen to it. I think it's going to be hysterical. So everybody strap yourself in and let's hear the best of Scott Johnson for 2019. And going into 2020, may the morning stream continue on, continue being great. May you continue having me on every month. Okay, hit it, Jamie.
I assume if I was soy intolerant. And why is their on button so deep in their anus? So I was thinking later we could hang out on the whatever deck and freaking you could take a look at my penis.
Tell me what you've got there. I want to put it on my body. I like to produce large fish sandwich. Thank you.
That's not it. Somebody farts on the train, you're breathing in his bum. She likes a bone, like a hard bone. Licking ears and eating shit? Wait, I'm sorry. It's what, chips?
That's a different thing. That's a very different show.
One day it's infected, next day, blood vomit. Also, take your pants off.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. She was taking a shit. That time
You
Donkey
put this
Kong
in your-
licked my chode. I have no idea. Sunday boo betcha cuckwoo. Sound right? Woo, look at my boobs. As long as you don't mind plugging the butt when you hear it, it's fine.
Where do you keep the horse?
Oh my gosh, she did an on-air light on the edge of the things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was very thick, kind of gooey. Seriously, this gets hard. Right here, it gets hard. It's coming. They're coming. I can feel it. It's coming in. We can feel it. Sometimes I just fart salad my words, and that's what came out this time. Why are people still sucking my toes?
Oh my God, there's like a red on-air light on this thing.
Like you've never not heard a thing someone said on the show
I know,
before.
I
I don't need anybody squirting liquid on my back. Yeah, put them in the douche flutes. A burrito's basically like a food tumor, you know? If you're gonna show off your e-peen, show it off. Whip out your e-peen and show it. There's a naked guy in a car with meth falling out of his butthole. I want him up my butt 24/7. Wow, think anybody ever stuck a cookie up their butt?
That is what made the biscuit limp.
Excuse me. Yes, sir. Your name is stupid. Can't you just go to Walmart and get a couple of strap-ons? You're all set. Ah, I got him in the scrotum. Good job, Bill. This doesn't sound like something I'd want to put in my mouth. Oh, why did I put that in my mouth just now? Anyway, how's your boner? Is it big enough? I got a gun and I ate your cat. Bourbon chocolate cake honey bush. That was my stripper name in high school. I don't know if anyone knew that. Hey, Brian, do you have 3 testicles? Yes, that's correct. Shing, 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 poke, poke, point. I learned how to do it when I was like 7. Here we go. Creamy. What's peen? Or is that penne? I've done it again. What is the word though?
Penne.
Penne?
Pasta.
All right, penne. Creamy penne. Creamy peen. Oh, how embarrassing. How do you even take me anywhere?
Come back from this.
How do you even take me anywhere? I just don't know how you deal with me.
Delivered right to your door. Creamy peen.
All right. Well, if that's
I'll take why is Blue Apron not a sponsor anymore for 200 points, Alex?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know what to expect now from the Brian one. That was really good. How can you top yourself? I'll bet he does, though. So that'll be. I don't see it in my new folder yet, but I'm sure it's coming. And now I'm not confused anymore, Jamie. Thank you for that.
I'm scared.
Very nice job, as always. He killed it all year, so it's nice to have these end of year things. And we'll play Brian's next week.
Yay!
TMS. All right, Brian. I guess that's it. Do you have anything we were supposed to do or talk about or anything Friday?
Yeah, one quick thing. America's Next Top Podcaster. The final judging elimination. Find out who wins America's Next Top Podcaster Season 2 right now on the feed. So once you're done listening to this, you can go listen to that and find out who the winner of Season 2 is. We'll have a reunion show next year and probably an interview with the first runner-up, also appearing on the feed very shortly. But for right now, ANTP is stick a fork in it. It's done.
Yeah, there was an intense ending to an intense season.
It was.
Yep.
It was. And boy, punches not pulled in that last episode from any of the judges, really.
Nope.
So that's that. And then obviously have a very Merry Christmas to you, Scott, and your family, and of course to our TMS family, all of you listening. Thank you so much for your support day after day.
Yeah, right back at you. I hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas holiday, that you're able to spend time with those you care about and love the most, or maybe even a few you don't care that much about, but maybe you just make yourself do it.
That's right.
And that you get all the things you want, and more importantly, give the things you want. Oh,
yes.
All right, that's going to do it for the show. We're going to get out of here, and we'll be back again Friday at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's our patron play date. We're going to play Jackbox games for 3 hours with you, the patrons. And if you sign up right now, you can sign up like today, and you'd be included in that list. So get in there if you haven't done it. That's patreon.com/TMS. Super simple, easy to do, and we'd really appreciate it if you did. Then also, what else? That's it. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Scott Johnson. Brian's at Coverville. The show is at Morning Stream. And that'll do it for us. Brian, on this Christmas Eve, please play us a song.
Yes. Christmas Eve online. Dustin Anderson wrote in and said, I hope everyone in the Tad family is having some happy, memorable holidays this year. Scott, any chance we can hear a bunch of random, less than a second clips from your soundboard?
Yes.
Happy Festivus.
I totally can do that. Let's see.
Time for the airing of grievances.
Let's do the short. So he wants the shortest, basically.
He wants the shorties, the shorty shorts.
So let's do the shorty shorts. We'll start here. Oh, I need to do a size. Sorry, this is all different than it used to be on iTunes. It's all changed now. Okay, that doesn't let me do that. All right, I guess I can do it by size. No, that's no good either. All right, well, that's awesome. Let's try this. Oh, I know. I got it. This is easy.
All right.
Here we go. Size. Oh, yeah, this will work, because some of these are huge. All right, here we go. Just going to play some short ones.
No.
Whoa. But.
You say.
What?
Oops.
Oh, remember this one? Wait. Oh, it won't play again.
You say.
Oh, it won't play it again. It won't play it again. Why? Oh, weird. Okay.
Oops.
Enough! So?
The shitter.
There you go. There's a smattering. Enjoy.
Very good. Excellent. All right. Here we go. So, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Dustin wanted to hear something from Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. This is from their Christmas album from 2013. We've played their Heat Miser before. Here is their You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, from The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, sung by Thurl Ravenscroft, who you also know as Tony the Tiger, who's a tiger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The album is called It Feels Like Christmas Time. Here's Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Wait, he's the voice of Tony the Tiger? Is that his deal?
He's the voice of Tony the Tiger. Yep. They're great.
I didn't know he sang. That's cool. All right.
Yep.
Well, here it is then. We'll see you guys on the other side of Christmas. Can't wait to see you this weekend. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
It's a disgrace what's happening in our country. But other than that, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas.
I love that clip.
Yeah.
So dumb. By the way, The Daily Show's latest mashup of